Welcome back to the Feast of Hemlock Vale. I'm rather incoherent, and today is day 2. The scenario we picked is the Lost Sister, and the reason for that is that of all the story paths left open to me, I think befriending Theo Peters is the most beneficial thing I can do. Now, before I get into the scenario itself, or even the extended mulligan phase that the day scenarios get because of the preludes, a couple of things about the rules. One, I messed up. One that's very unclear on preludes. Last scenario, I should have been forced to take Inscription of Glory to upgrade Scriptweaver on my axe. It's not a huge deal. I had the experience to do it. There are 1 experience upgrades I could have cut. It's just something I messed up. I'm picking it up now. And likewise, not a huge deal, but I legitimately don't know the rules on this, and looking into it, I'm not finding rules clarification. I have a Death Tarot in my hand going into the second part of this, going into the actual scenario as opposed to the prelude. When the game begins, if Death is in your hand, put it into play. Okay, the game just begun and Death is in my opening hand, didn't it? And it turns out that's actually abundantly not clear. Because when you're told to do the preludes, you skip steps 1 through 8 of setting up the game. Here's setting up the game, and if you read through all the steps, the phrase begin the game, when the game begins, anything like that, not actually on this page. And just to check, I actually went down to the original learn to play handout, and like, does this use the phrase, oh my god, it does, the game is now ready to begin, which happens after you assemble the encounter. That's not the last step. The last step is set the act deck and place the scenario reference next to the agenda deck. You set the encounter deck like way up here. Where is it? Perform the setup instructions, step 10. That's when you set the encounter. It's not even in the same fucking order. But the game is now ready to begin is the final step. It happens after step 13 in learn to play. So like, all right, maybe that's just like non-canon and the rules are different and you can't even really trust that. But it's logically intuitive that the game begins after the full setup process. And it cannot begin before step 8, otherwise this timing window doesn't work. So rules-wise, we're not skipping the part of the game that should be triggering death, but when the game begins, this is actually a copied one, I don't need this. When the game begins is an unclear phrase without a technical definition. So it gets into this stupid and murky argument about, is the prelude a different scenario in a different game? Or is a prelude act 0, like a quantum act 0 of all these scenarios simultaneously that then you observe it and it becomes a specific scenario's act 0 when you pick the act? Or when you pick the scenario. Like, I don't know which one is the design intention in terms of this, but I can like find other cards with similar rules, specifically short supply. When your first turn of the game begins is obviously gonna happen right after the game begins, right after the tarot window. The difference is the tarot goes off before anyone is elected, and short supply goes off once you start your first turn specifically. So now if we make a ruling where tarot can't be played in Hemlock Day scenarios, neither can short supply, and vice versa. If short supply works, then the tarot does. So when I'm asked how this works, my thought is, wow, this is stupid. I just thought the tarot would work automatically. And I looked it up and there's like I can't even find the original post. I'm finding third-hand information where someone says the developer said something vague that implied that the prelude is meant to be act 0.5. And if that's the case, then short supply doesn't work in half the scenarios in this campaign, and I don't want to live in that world, so I'm ruling in the way that makes logical sense to me, which is the game is just beginning a second time. The prelude is an incredibly short temporary scenario, and it has a carryover effect into the next scenario play. Because I don't want to play in a world where short supply, one of the coolest cards in the game, just doesn't work in one of the campaigns for no reason. So having explained why I'm putting death into play and starting with that asset, our mulligan went pretty well. We got 5 bonus experience from the prelude, did everything we really cared about doing. We have Sparrow Mask, Lucky, Deep Knowledge, Practice makes perfect, which is a wonderful hand on this side. Again, I'm always probably feeding this Deep Knowledge to Winnie. Winnie's got 2 pickpocketings, 2 easy marks, and a manual dex with Lucky Cigarette Case in play. And notice we both have some allies starting in play. Because it's day, we get Helen Peters going into someone's control and they don't take up an ally slot. Because it's day 2, we get both Theo Peters and Gideon. So I'm giving Helen over to Vincent because Vincent's the one that benefits from the fist, and additionally, I can already evade people on Winnie, so the ability is useless on her, but I don't see myself ever triggering this reaction after you enter a location, exhaust Helen, deal her damage, and evade a non-elite at your location automatically ability. I might, it could come up, I don't see myself using it. But it does put our base stats to 5-4, which is much better. Over here on Winnie, she's getting Theo Peters, who has the ability to give me a free move every turn, which is wonderful, and Gideon Mizra, who will be holding my second cigarette case for me. Additionally, these 2 actually have parley actions that she'll be responsible for. One is a double action parlay with Gideon. The other one, which you actually have to do multiple times to complete Theo's storyline, is to discard 2 cards, and I think I'm gonna have no issue doing that on Winnie. As for Soak, 2-3 on Theo is great, 1-3 on Gideon's fine, and 3-2 on Helen is great. Getting into the scenario itself, our opening agenda is Into the Caves for Doom. Cards at dark locations use night effects. Cards at all other locations use day effects, which I really like as a mechanic. The missing sibling. Forced. After the last clue is discovered from a cave location, put the top card of the cavern decks into play adjacent to that location. An objective, find Elizabeth Peters. If the investigators found a torn dog leash and a set of footprints, immediately advance. We're starting at Act 1, 3 Shroud, no clues, resign. We won't be doing that, but because it's day 1 or 2, we can parlay and look at the top 3 cards of the cavern deck and return them in any order. The Caverns deck is 9 cards. The setup for it is completely randomized. Remove 2 random cave locations from Horrors in the Rock encounter set. Shuffle the rest together, just place it down. Put the top 3 into play unrevealed. I think when I start this scenario, I'm always gonna double easy mark on Winnie, always empty my hand with the pickpocketings. And as a result, I think it makes sense to go first on Vincent. Vincent's ready to get clues. He has an upgraded runic axe in play. So my first action is gonna be to deep knowledge Winnie, see if I can't find her the 3rd easy mark, which I cannot do, it seems. That's fine. I'm gonna put Sparrow Mask into play for the Mythos phase, and then I'm going to do the search, which is just an action, right? We're good. Look at the top 3. I don't wanna look at them over here because that's gonna make them spawn clues and it's gonna be a whole mess. The Hidden Cove is a coastal location. Investigators at Hidden Cove spend 4 clues as a group. All right, so that's one of our objectives, and after you fail a fighting test, take 1 damage, not a big deal. Underground pools, investigator. What the fuck? Oh wait, this is amazing. This isn't a cave. I remember thinking this when I was setting up the scenario before I made my save. I was like, man, I'm gonna mess up the cave part. I'm just gonna put it into play next to every location, aren't I? I need to keep track of when I'm at a cave location when I trigger that ability. The first 2 are what I need, huh? Because I need more clues. Like, this requires 4-player clues. Is this a hard location? Lightning Bolt during your turn, tests 2 foot. This test gets +1 difficulty for each running enemy at the location. If you succeed, it loses the dark trait until the beginning of the next investigation phase. All cards at this location 2 use day effects? I think they left out like a causing or something on that. As I've said repeatedly, polish issues at Hemlock. But I want the coastal location last. And I think I arrange it like this so that I get cave into coastal, and that just full clears. And we get 2, 4, 6, and presumably there's going to be 8 there to spend. Oh, I need to do Gideon too. We can just go somewhere else, it's fine. None of these are bad, we need to do this stuff. Let's just put it on top like that. This is gonna be a short scenario, it seems. That's in play, I spent it. Deep Knowledge, Sparrow, Parlay, we're good. Over here, is there any chance I ever draw? I think I always just double pickpocketing to get it out of my hand. I need that engine going. I'm always gonna move with Theo. There's no benefit to not doing it now, so I'm just gonna walk over and see what's up. Cave Coastal, 4 Shroud, 2 clues. Action to take a horror, and I put the top card of the Caverns deck into play adjacent to this. I think I'm honestly fine to just like walk around and do it the hard way and get clues elsewhere. Cause like I need more clues. Like taking a horror is not a problem. I got tons of soak. Like it's good, I just don't know that I need it. I was kind of hoping it would spawn, to be honest, with manual decks, anything you can do better, calculated risk, like some combination of stuff, but okay. I'm gonna double action easy mark since I don't seem to have any way of triggering that. Draw 2, gain 4. Oh, I thought quick thinking was easy mark. I make that mistake all the time. It's just like vaguely similar overall shape language. Just like the light in the background, the headlight, somehow it gets me every time. It shouldn't. I don't know why my brain mixes up these two, but at a glance when those cards, I like think it's the other one all the time. Anyway, second manual decks, you say. And a quick thinking to make easy triggers for Winnie abilities. I've got 2 actions left. I think I'm happy to just like quick think manual decks and hard play this Thieves Kit. Yeah, I'm gonna hard play this Thieves Kit. And then I'm going to investigate with it. And I'm gonna commit manual decks quick thinking to be at 8 to 4. Oh, Winifred, no, you can't do that. That's illegal. I get them back. I should have done my Winifred draw first in case it hits a relevant weakness. It doesn't. I draw 2 off manual decks and 1 off cigarette case. And I get my action back off quick thinking. And now we're overdrawing because we're too good at the game. Thanks, Winifred. Good problem to have, I suppose. I gain a resource from Thieves Kit. I think I play second cigarette case because I'm trying to get Theo done. I could also just parlay Theo now. I want my second Thieves Kit probably. Do I? Probably. I want my second Thieves Kit. I want a Bulldog in hand for sleight of hands. I want a Pilfer. Like, I don't know exactly what I need yet. I'm probably fine to just throw away cigarette case number 2 and like calculated risk. But I'm greedy and stupid is the problem. I think next turn it's gonna be easier to do parlays with Theo. Oh, I should pick up my clue, by the way. I'm playing as orange now so that I can use that hotkey. It's wonderful. Like, if I overdraw, it's probably going to be either quick thinking or the card I draw that I toss. I think I'm happy to just play second cigarette case and then like have a better hand for the discards that parlays next time. So I'm going to play the second cigarette case. Thanks for holding it for me, Gideon. And that's going to be it for us. We're done. Upkeep phase. Oh, sleight of hand's not it, so goodbye quick thinking. Is there any way around that? It could be calculated risk. Honestly, with this hand, I think it's calculated risk. I think I've changed my mind on what to discard. Perception's great, although it does make that practice makes perfect worse. One if we're doomed, make sure that's shuffled. Evil cards. Aloof Hunter. We're at a day location. This actually doesn't have any relevant text for that though. 2/3/1 while it's attached. Oh, right, it's this guy. Force after you succeed in a skill test while fighting or investigating at their location. If it is ready, attach cavern moss to an item asset you control. Treat attached assets text box as if it were blank. And then when it's on it, that's what this first line was about. While cavern moss is attached to an asset, it may be attacked as if it were an enemy engaged with you. Which is interesting, because it means you can attack somebody else's cavern moss that's like on their axe. Wait, does it say only attack? Yeah, you can't evade it if it attaches to an item. It's just on the item. It's no longer evadable. What are you gonna do? Trip your old knife? Weird. That's a strange edge case, but it's definitely an edge case that does exist. Anyway, that's the guy. What's next? Sudden mutation. Okay, he's getting bigger. I assume, yeah, just not elite enemy. He counts. If you cannot search, that doesn't matter. Forced when the attached enemy is defeated, discard cards from the top. Dude, I think he can stay. I think he's just like a good, fine, upstanding citizen, and we shouldn't be heckling him. I don't think he's worth the trouble of harassing. It's gonna be orthogonal adjacencies with no diagonals. We just like move down after we get the clue, and he never catches up to us. It seems really trivially easy not to deal with this guy. I'm sure he'll start gaining Doom or something and be a problem, but right now, absolutely positively not. Why would I? However, once he makes the mistake of like coming to a location with clues on it, then he might get killed because he's just free axe resources. But until then, it's back to us. Okay, I think I'm gonna quick thinking investigate with manual decks on a Thieves Kit as my first action. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 4. -3, I only get the one draw, unfortunate. And I don't trigger my cigarette cases either. I will take the clue. And I will take the resource. I was really hoping not to get that because it deprives me of 3 draws and the whole point was to trigger this. We get the last clue. This is a cave that puts the top card down. And I'm gonna use my free Theo move to go down to that. We're now at the open cave. Cave dark. That's the first dark location, I think. I'm gonna mark dark locations with a horror. I think that makes it easier for me to keep track of like when things are swapping, if they're in a horror location or not, so it'll be my binary method of doing that. I guess the foot test represents like getting into the light. I'm not really sure what the narrative is here, but regardless, we got 2 more clues to pick up. Oh, I still get my one draw up being Winnie though. That shit's important. I only draw up manual decks. I'm base up 2, up 5, up 6. Do I want to bet all of my money? Well, I'm not gonna play for Pilfer. Let me try to say that again. I'm not gonna be able to pay for Pilfer with the amount of resources I currently have. Up 6, betting 3. Take me to 6 resources, baby. Trigger both cigarette cases, the manual decks, and Winnie's for a net draw of 5 cards. I'm now a hypochondriac. Good problem to have. I will also take a clue and a resource from the successful Thieves Kit investigate, and I should probably spend that supply. Sleight of hand is great. It means that I'm fully online. I want to keep the Pilfer, but that results in somewhat clunky hands if I do. At this point, honestly, it's probably fine. Like, Vince can pick up some clues so I can Pilfer a location. We don't need the second Thieves Kit. It seems like an easy discard. Second easy mark is also an easy discard. And then I put Delilah in play and I don't overdraw. That seems wonderful. I'm gonna spend 3 of my 7, put down Delilah. And then I'm going to parlay Theo Peters by discarding Thieves Kit easy mark. Okay, I had to make sure that I was getting this right. To resolve him, like to actually finish Theo, you need to be at the same location as Helen Peters. But if you aren't with her and you haven't done the first one, which is how you record the thing that resolves him, you just double parlay him. And then you have to have him with his sister to fix their problems. But the story text is like you're following Helen with Theo while they're arguing. It's like, but we're not together. She's over there, we ditched him. Anyway, it doesn't matter, it still happens. Remember, Theo is arguing with Helen. Any investigator may trigger this codex again, and both Theo and Helen are at the same location. And I don't need to write anything down, just remember that we're doing it and I need to do it again later. Hypochondriac can be scary. I'm not super scared of it with my current values and with my soak in play and with all of my soak friends that started in play. Like, deal with it later, maybe, but not super important. I guess first action, I walk down and I reveal this location. Dry burrow, it's a wonderful. Day action, lightning bolt move, 2 easy clues. Is this a cave? It is. This is also a cave. They're both dark. Honestly, let's get some tempo going. I play practice makes perfect, and I search my top 9 on an investigate check. Goodbye, wounded bystander. It's nice to get you out. Hi, Jessica. It's a shame to miss you. I'll take the unrelenting. And that only puts me at 6-2. That's fine. I'm going to seal good tokens. I don't need to commit perception. I already beat the bag. There are curses in there. If you want to curse cascade me, I'll take it. If you want to star me, I'll take that too. I'll do that. I'll take my On the Mend. I'll unseal these. I'll draw 2 from Unrelenting and put the Unrelenting in my hand. Not quite the cards I wanted, and I only get the 1 clue because it wasn't a deduction. But that's fine. I'll test again. Up 3 already, you say. Unrelenting, seal the good tokens. I don't even know why I moved you. Second verse, same as the first, please? Oh, no. Half the revealed number of cave locations rounded up. It's physically impossible to be more than 2. We're in the clean. I get my 2 more draws, and I get my other clue. Hey, Unrelenting is back. There's a lot of draw in this hand. I feel like putting the Unrelentings in my deck was really important. I feel like this would be a much worse situation if I had not. I got the last clue here, so we trigger the forced effect that is on the act, I believe. Top card of the Caverns deck into play adjacent. We're gonna keep building down so that we have connections to each other. That's it for you, and that's it for us. Upkeep phase, deduction, right on time, buddy. It's fine, our hands are still great. Savant, sleight of hand, good cards to have doubles of. 2 of 4 doom, and evil cards. Test 3 book for each point you fail by, either lose 1 action or place 1 of your clues on your location. I don't want to do that. I'm also up 2 default. I'll commit perception to be up 4 just to cycle the card. Is that even necessary? I have lucky. I'll just test up 2 and lucky if I care. I don't. That's why lucky is sick, by the way. I feel like I don't play with lucky enough to point out that it happens constantly. There are so many situations where I'm like, should I commit a skill? It would be helpful a lot of the time, and I don't because I have lucky. It just gives you so much value from the greed it allows you to have. Where are we at? We're at a dark location, which means, oh, it actually be engaged in the other way. Cool. He is Hunter Alert, and after he attacks, he heals a damage. All I see is fucking dollar signs, man. I'm so glad you're here. We know this is one of the objectives. We know the next one will also be an objective. Do I even want to shoot this guy? What's your cost? Is it his health or his foot? I can't remember. X is the evade value, so it's 3. I'm gonna let Vincent go first, because I think maybe I nimble. Oh wait, if I nimble and succeed, I can just go over here. I don't even need to get this last clue. We're currently at 3, 4, 5. I do want this last clue. Wait, no, because the locations that are the objectives had clues on them as well. They were both 2 players' clues. So I don't even need this one. I think I need it for Gideon, though. I think Gideon wants me to have 4. I don't want to leave this location. Why am I talking about using nimble? I want to dodge this guy again next turn. This is great. I haven't found dirty fighting yet either, so I'm going to farm this guy a little, I think. Yeah, I'm going to dodge this guy as my first action. Base 5, no, 6-3. I've gotten buffs up. That's not Lola. I play Lola so much more than Delilah, but Delilah's just as powerful. Like, holy shit. I want to play this card more. All right, we're base up 3. We just need to commit 2 things, really. I got 9 cards left in deck and both sleight of hands. I don't need to fight this turn. I actually think I commit Savant Bulldog. Like I do this. Because that gets me up 3, putting me at 9-3, which is all but curse -4 is passed by 2. And like, I'm just gonna draw the other Bulldog probably this turn, so let's fucking go. Yeah, that's passed by 2, I don't care. I draw 1 for being Winnie, should have drawn it earlier. Then I draw 2 from cigarette cases. Then I draw 2 from pickpocketing. And then I gain 2 resources. Is it 4 resources? No, it's just 2. God, I wish. I've got arrogance now, but I've also got dirty fighting. By the way, you're tripped. The actual part of this action that I'm supposed to care about. I think I want to play dirty fighting and then just like immediately do the parlay test. Because I'm overdrawing this shit anyway. I'm going to put dirty fighting into play. And then I'm going to do the second. Oh, that's not even it. That's his move action. I'm not even going to use it. I want to dodge this guy again. I'm going to parlay Theo. I have to kill 2 cards. And I think it's just double unexpected courage. So I do that for Theo's second parlay. I'm not with her. All right, get back in the hand. I lied. I need to be at the same location. I should have used Nimble so I could do it. With 4 cards left in deck, breaking Arrogance doesn't even feel like it's worth my time. I could spend 3 to deal 2 damage to this guy. It's not like necessarily wrong. It's occurring to me that I just missed my 5 out of 9 to find quick thinking and not have a problem. And I just like quick think, investigate, and get over here with nimble. Ah, unfortunate. I'm just going to investigate with Thieves' Kit because there's nothing I can do that matters. Like Gideon's a double action, Hypochondria's a double action. May as well pick up the clue now. And in terms of what I commit, I'll just do Unexpected Courage Opportunist. Doesn't really matter, draw a card. And that puts me at 5, 6, 7, 8 to 3. I don't really care about keeping this. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't care about keeping it, holy shit. Okay, that helps my overdrawing issue, is just to lose the Opportunist and autofill. Try again next turn, I guess. Good job, Winifred. I'll forgive you for the star. We just like ditch this guy. Like I'm farming him, I don't want to kill him. I'm gonna walk down on Vince. Underground pools, 3 shroud, 2 clues, spend 4 clues as a group to do part of the act. After you fail a skill test while investigating, boo. I don't like that. Base up 2. I do perception deduction to kill it in 1 investigate. Let's get out of here. -1 if you succeed, heal 1 horror. Don't mind if I do. We'll also draw a card and take 2 clues. Which I am still struggling to internalize as being on Winnie, as I'm sure you can tell. Which gets us a wounded bystander. Good to see you, sir. I've got the 4 clues to do this already. Also, I trigger the forced effect to drop our last objective here. I think I'm just going to spend the action. It seems like a perfectly reasonable thing to do. Even though I'm in a dark location, I don't really care that much. So I will spend 4 clues and remember that we've done half of the act, which as always, I will mark with a resource token. That's it for us. Upkeep phase. You have to drop something. It can't be the gun this time. It's the most important card in our hands. Is it Unexpected Courage? Well, with Savant and anything you can do better, you best believe it's Unexpected Courage. Also, we're still 1 over, apparently. Nimble and Quick Thing here in action. Sleight of Hand. Like, I've already got 1 sleight of hand. I think I'm fine with just not having them. Oh yeah, this guy readies and re-engages, by the way. That's kind of important. I still haven't figured out what my actual discard is. Quick Thinking and Nimble are actions, and I love actions, and Sleight of Hand is how I use this gun, so it's like, these are sort of a box of 4 cards that I can't drop. Honestly, fuck Pilfer. There's another Pilfer in this deck. I don't want 2 Pilfers in my hand. Look at my resources. I'm supposed to be shooting people with Delilah. And upkeep over here. Deduction's great. Wait. I think I hard played that deduction. I didn't. Okay, for some reason I had in my head that I just used Practice Makes Perfect. But I hard drew it after Practice Makes Perfect and they made fun of it about that. 3 of 4 Doom and Evil cards. This attaches to my location, since my location is the nearest dark location. Luminous Growth. Attached location loses the dark trait. Sick. That's usually good. Why is this bad? Enemies gain +1 fight and damage. I'm not even convinced that's all bad. Test 3 foot to kill this. I won't. I refuse. It can stay. What's our next card? Reclaimed by Nature. Test 3 fist. If you fail, either take 2 damage or choose the nearest enemy. That enemy attacks you. Well, 1 horror, 1 damage is easier to soak than 2 damage in a general sense, but is there a reason to care about this? Like, honestly, I just take the 1/1, put a horror on him, a damage on her. It's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this down to kill Arrogance. Like, I know I'm +1, 4 to 3, 3 to 3 rather. I'll pass. Thanks, Arrogance. Arrogance is a great weakness because you commit it and then you pull good tokens. Like, what a not a problem to have, right? I will admit that was slightly more dangerous because of Hypochondria, but not like tremendously more dangerous. I probably want to go second on Winnie so that I can get here on Vincent and we can join up. So on Vincent, I'm going to walk over, flip this. Hidden Cove, we need to spend 4 clues. We currently have 3. There is the last one, or alternatively, one of these can be the last one. We don't even need that one. And this one punishes you for fighting with a damage. I still haven't found any more assets to play. Haven't really gotten a chance to use this axe. There just haven't been a lot of dudes. There's like 1 dude and we need him to rifle through his pockets. Anyway, that was our first action. Is there anything I can do other than draw a card? Like, I can just get the clues. We need clues for Gideon anyway, in a little bit. So I think I'm just going to dig in the bag. I don't feel like I should be committing anything to this. I'll just take it up 2. Like, up 2 is really solid. There's 1 curse, 2 -3 is a -4. I don't really feel like I need to commit anything because like this is a minorly valuable action anyway. I'll take my 1, keep pressing it on the wrong one. Double check and not losing mine. This is the fight one. It's the fight one. We're good. That's it for Vince. Really wish there's someone here to hit with the axe, which has been the story of Vince's life in this campaign. All right, Corpse Lichen, what are we doing? Lichen? Lichen? Lichen, I think. If I commit Quick Thinking, Nimble, and after it resolves, and after it resolves. These are the same timing window. So I can do with nimble and quick thinking, take my quick thinking action to investigate, and then nimble away. This puts me at base 6, 5, 6, 7 to 3. That beats the bag. Success will matter. I need to beat the bag by 2. I had to briefly go look at skill test timing and see like exactly when cigarette cases drew. If I commit anything you can do better, it's not going to cycle into my next deck, which is unfortunate, but also I don't know that I care. Because for the same reason, arrogance won't go in. And a part of me is just like, I only need to be up 1 more, just commit the savant, be up 2 more. This puts me at base 5 because of arrogance, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's perfectly fine. 9 to 3, up 6. Cultist, I don't have any horror to heal. But I'm going to draw 1 because I'm winning. Then I'm going to draw 2 from cigarette cases. Which is 1, 2, take a horror. I'm gonna put that on Delilah. 2 from the pickpocketings. Gain 2 resources. This comes back to hand. This is gonna resolve shortly. That's gonna resolve shortly. I get my action back on quick thinking as the first of the 2. I take the immediate action that this gives me because it's not just an action refund. This guy's evaded, by the way. These are all the same timing, right? If the skill test is successful, so like this is after it resolves, after you evade, after you evade. I think I can punch him if I don't leave, so I'll dirty fight him before I run away as well. Because I just may as well. It'll be a way to break arrogance. Anyway, we're base 3 up. Base up 2. I'm gonna dirty fight him. Oh no, I can't, because quick thinking actually has to happen first, right? I'm sorry, I'm just double checking all of my timing windows with quick thinking and nimble and dirty fighting. And as long as I'm still in the same location as the guy, these are all the same timing windows. After you evade, after it resolves, and it was an evasion thing, so that's the same thing. And after it resolves, same deal. So I can do them in any order I want. I'm gonna dirty fight as the first one. If I'm wrong on any of this, please tell me, because Winnie's a character that's gonna get into timing windows a lot more than anyone else. But I dirty fight the guy with arrogance committed, down 2. What the hell did I click? I don't know how, oh, I accidentally tapped that when I was trying to drag the camera, I guess. Does middle click do it? Yeah, that's why it happened. Anyway, I'm gonna dirty fight down 2, trying to break arrogance. It's gone. Then I'm gonna take my quick thinking action on an investigate with this thieves kit. My first action was the evade. We're up 3 baseline. I can do opportunist, unexpected courage. Be up 4, up 6. Cool, I will gain a resource. This goes away, unexpected goes back. I get a card because I'm Winnie. Quick thinking's done. And then I nimble away to this location with my clue. And you are tripped. Cool, we did it. I'm happy to just discard Easy Mark and try again next turn to get a big draw turn. And this turn, I'm just going to deal with Gideon, I think. He's got 2 actions left. I feel like we're on a fine pace. Don't need to regress right now. Is this a dark place? No, and that's not a dark place either. The corpse lichen could be a problem because he would hunt into us conceivably. But I do need to deal with Gideon someday. I don't want to discard these cards. I guess there's a pilfer in there, and by the same merit, I'm about to not need the pilfer anyway. Okay, fine, fine. I toss Easy Mark pilfer to parlay with Theo as my next action. And now that I'm at the same location as Vince, I'm at the same location as Helen, I can do if Theo is arguing with Helen, which was the bottom one, and we're at the same location. Choose an investigator to test head 4, oh god. I've got base 3 with On the Mend, Lucky, and a Stand Together to commit. I'm gonna do it on Vince. I commit On the Mend, I commit Stand Together. I'm up 2, I have Lucky in hand. All right, cool. We'll do it again later. Can I do it again now? Not really. I'm gonna spend my last action spending the clues. I believe we have 1 extra one. I'll let Vince keep that. And we're able to immediately advance. We don't even have a choice in the matter. Choose a coastal location with no investigators if able. I'm happy to go back through the corpse lichens area. I'm going to move this off to the side, use the adjuster and swap everyone to the left, because this is gonna be where we're going next. Put the set aside fungal cave location into play, adjacent to the chosen location. Put the top cards of the cavern deck into play adjacent to the fungal cave. So like that. And now it's got its 4 connections and we're done, and the caverns deck can go back to being up here and irrelevant because I don't really know what it's for, because I know there's no victory in the caverns deck, so yeah. Anyway, that's it for us. This guy's going to ready. Oh, this guy should be hunting. I forgot about him. He should have hunted down and then hunted down again, and now he's with us, right? Because we drew him on Mythos phase 1. So on Mythos phase tick to 2, he comes here. Tick to 3, he comes here. We're ticking to 4, he's with us. Yes. Glad he got here. Glad I remembered him. Upkeep, watch this. Upkeep, deep knowledge. And we've been one location ahead of him on events the entire time. It's very funny. It's exactly why I said he would be irrelevant. We got a deep knowledge. We got a watch this. For Doom, let's see what happens. Spawn one of the set-aside crustacean hybrid enemies at the location nearest the most investigators and the light side face up. This is a crustacean hybrid. What are you on about, sir? In the light, I know his spine opens and it's terrifying in the dark. Elusive, Hunter, 334, plus X, so 354, because the X is day number. When it would take damage, reduce it to 1. He spawns with us because we are at the coastal location. And this clown triggers on attacks, doesn't it? Grumble, grumble. Winnie, we're gonna have to ditch this guy. What's the rest of that agenda flip, by the way? No one's at a dark location, that's for idiots. And place Doom on agenda equal to current day number. Darkness closes in, and I'm gonna guess this is the last agenda. Evil cards, 1 of 2, calcification. The first time you move each round, take 1 damage, test 3 foot. If you succeed, discard it. You may take 1 direct damage for this test to automatically succeed. And over here, Nervation, 5 fist test, reduce the difficulty by 1, so down to 3. If you fail, either take 2 damage or choose the card with the highest printed cards in your hand. Oh, it's Pilfer, who even cares? For a second, I thought it mattered. I think I'm happy to just take this 3/3 and take 2 damage about it. Like, it doesn't really bother me. I've got Theo, I've got Hellsoak. Now I'm just gonna take this 3/3. Oh, wait. Hypochondria, I see you there. I don't think it's worth using anything you can do better opportunist on this, but at the same time, I'm not convinced there's a reason not to either. I really want to find a manual dexterity this turn. It's kind of important to me. I'm gonna anything you can do better opportunist this, just because like Hypochondria going off repeatedly is the only way this gets scary. Up 1,000,000. I am not in a cave. -2, I get opportunist back. I draw a card because I'm winning. I trigger both cigarette cases. Okay, so I think the plan is evade this guy, do the parlay with Theo again, and walk left so the corpse lycan walks down and gets stuck, because it'll be in the day and it'll stop moving. I don't believe there's a reason to kill these guys other than I don't like them chasing me, so I'm gonna just try to ditch this one. It's gotta be my first, it doesn't actually have to be my first action, I could just parlay immediately. But there's no reason it shouldn't be my first action is the other way to phrase that. I'm going to watch this, putting me at 7-4 as a baseline. Opportunist, 8-4, bet 3. I had 10 resources, I clicked it down too much. At 10-4, I'm probably getting my opportunist back, but it's not guaranteed. Why do I think it's 10-4? That's not what it does, it's 8-4, which is not getting opportunist back, but it's fine at the same time. Also, I'm incredibly wealthy, get down. Because I've tripped him, but only up 1, I can do 1 of the 2. I'm gonna take the cards, believe it or not. And now that he's tripped, I think, do you say damage in general? Man, 4 resources for 1 damage is a pretty shit rate. I don't know that I'm gonna do that one. And I don't want to dirty fight him either, because then this guy's going, wait, what's it do? It just turns off a cigarette case. Do I even care about this shit? I mean, I know he's like mutating and supposed to be scary. I'm not convinced I really care about him. I'm not gonna fight the crustacean with dirty fighting though. It seems mostly detrimental. And eventually he'll show up to a location that might matter and then we can kill him for clues. So that was our first action. Second action, we're gonna parlay Theo again. I think I just tossed double easy mark. Like the economy and the draw seems fucking handled, right? So I tossed double easy mark. You look like you're not really able to do it a second time, right? Because it's a head test. Forehead. You've got a lucky. You've got an unrelenting for bad tokens. That's a way I can handle it. I don't want to do that. I can just take it over here. Savant unexpected puts me to 4 plus 2 is 6. That's not good. Yeah, I guess I should have said anything you can do better for this. What's my value over here? Base 3. I can get it to 4 with unrelenting and then lucky to beat, yeah, I'm just gonna do it like that. I'm gonna use unrelenting to test 4-4 and seal the bad tokens. Come on. Okay, the value of caves is a -2, by the way, and so that's what it's up to. I beat everything but Curse. Curse, Autofail were the only fail tokens in that bag. Jesus Christ, Vince, please, I've discarded so many cards for your dumbass. Is the plan to, like, do it again with Calculated Gamble? I can't leave if I do that. I have to stay here if I'm Calculated Gambling. No, we just can't do it this turn. I have to Theo move out of here so the Lycan walks down. And I can't deal with Hypochondria again. There's nothing to do at this new location. Like, I could break this, I guess, but I don't even see the benefit of that. Actually, rather than moving out immediately with Theo, I realized that I have an action left on Thieves Kit. My board's just so cluttered, I didn't see it. I thought it was empty. I'm going to use my last action on the Thieves Kit. 5 to 3. And I know that this guy is here. I'm trying to put him on an empty Thieves Kit. I just want to have him on that and have that be my method of dealing with him. I think technically that means that he's no longer able to be evaded. And then I have to play a second asset to discard him, but that's fine. Anyway, base value 6 to 3. And I'm gonna do, whoops. I'm gonna do Opportunist 7 to 3. Unexpected Courage. Nope. Pilfer 8 to 3. Winnie draw. That's up 5. Skull, that's a -2. I get Opportunist back, and I get, there's no additional card draw. I already did Winnie. But I get my clue, get my resource, and I get a new friend. Sorry about that, Thieves Kit, but you aren't actually useful anymore. And he's just hanging out. Don't worry about him. I'm sure he's fine. I don't think I'm able to evade him anymore because, like, how would I ever evade something that I'm able to hold in my hands and throw away from me easily? Regardless, last action, Theo move, get me out of here. Leo's going to walk over. At some point, Leo's just going to kill this thing with an axe, probably. At which point, something else will pop out of him. That's my first action. I can't do these, to my knowledge. I'll check and see if there's, like, specific text way at the start for the preludes where I am able to do them, because it'd be very helpful at this point. And until I, like, just got trolled twice in a row on that check, it really didn't matter. But, like, there's no reason I should be able to do it unless there's specific rules for it. Yep, nope, no specific rules for it. This is just Winnie's job, and she's really getting trolled right now because I can't get it done. That's fine. I'm gonna deep knowledge myself. I'm really struggling on a head test right now. Is the second Savant and anything you can do better both in here right now? We're just gonna do that much later is how I'm feeling about that. Let's wait for a deck cycle, which isn't very long, it turns out. I'm gonna double action kill Hypochondria. It's like the only thing spooking me right now. Nothing really matters. I don't want to put deep knowledge in. Enemy phase, he hunts, and he's done hunting forever. This guy will ready. I'll keep phase. Oh, calcification stops you from playing. Well, I didn't. I moved and then double action to clear. Oh no, it stops you from moving. Well, I guess I'm gonna take direct damage about it because I just forgot to read it, and that's the easiest solution. All right, Thieves Kit, you are theoretically valuable to me. Unlike Second Gun. Second Gun seems pretty irrelevant. Goodbye, Second Gun. That's it for enemy phase. 3 of 12 Doom and Evil cards. Reclaimed by Nature. Test 3 Fist. I'm currently testing that up 1. If I fail, I get hit for 1 by the Thieves Kit. Okay. You know, Spirit Mask is a lot worse when the Mythos tests are all for Fist. We're not in a dark location, right? Yeah, that's been fixed. Oh, I drew out a crossroads. This has to go to somebody. I'm gonna give it to Vince. I'm gonna let him take the draw. I mean, yeah, I'm happy to take 1 damage. It's not a big deal. I pass. Later, loser. Then over here, desiccation, don't play cards. That's fine. We're very skill-based and very asset-based. We don't need to play deep knowledge at all. That brings it to our turns. What are we doing? We're trying to get to here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 locations away, unfortunately. If we were to break it up, like move here and then sprint, that would still get there like roughly the same time. We delay it a little bit, but doing it that way would delay the crustacean by 2 actions, so I kind of like that. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna double action to clear Gideon. And I'm gonna put this on him. I know it seems weird, just to remind me that something weird is happening with Gideon. And on Gideon, now he is searching for an heirloom. I need to get 4 clues at the end of the scenario for Gideon, which is not gonna be a problem. I am then going to take my Theo move and move up once. We're not trying to parlay Theo this time. It's not been working very well. And I'm actually just going to play the second Thieves Kit so that I can kill this by playing a Sleight of Hand Bulldog whenever I want. Yeah, nothing says he's engaged with me. He's just hanging out. He's fine. He's aloof, and he's attached to my item. Nothing says he's engaged with me, right? Is he supposed to be hitting me right now? It's unclear to me. Is he in my threat area because he's attached to an item? I have to look this up. I actually feel like I'm getting this card wrong. This is some jank ass text. He can't be in my threat area. If he were in my threat area because you were attached to me, then why does this middle line exist? It's like, yeah, he's in my threat area. Of course I can deal with him like he's engaged with me. He fucking is. Okay, I'm trying to look this up and I'm having a hard time finding answers. But somebody posted a thread like, it's got elusive. If I hit it, does it run away with my jacket? Does it take the jacket off of me and I lose the jacket? Does it move me? How's it elusive anymore? I'm glad other people are also baffled by this shit. After searching the internet, I'm not finding clear answers on what Cavern Moss does, and it's literally not even listed when I search for it on ArkhamDB, unfortunately. So I'm forced to come to what rulings I think this has. Reading the card, it is an aloof enemy that is a hunter, and when it was at my location, I triggered the forced effect. So now it is attached to an item asset you control. So it is no longer a hunter, it just moves with me like all of my items. Logically, there's no other way it could be attached to it if we weren't at the same location. And the Thieves Kit doesn't exist anymore. And while attached to the Thieves Kit, I can attack it as if it were an enemy engaged with me, which means nothing to me. I can't evade it, it's an aloof enemy. I have to engage it to evade it, and I don't feel like doing that. And it's not engaged with me, otherwise this line of text would be wholly unnecessary. So I think I'm playing it right, I genuinely don't know, and I'm done thinking about it. Let's move on with our lives. Vince, what are you doing? You're skipping your turn to draw 3 cards? Fucking sick, dude, love to hear it. Hey, you have bandages, and Hollowed Mirror. We might actually save this guy this time. I might just take a direct damage to kill this and then move up. That sounds perfectly reasonable. Take a direct damage to kill that and I move up. Done. Hunter phase, this guy hunts, that guy's done hunting because he's on the lights. Upkeep phase, practice makes perfect, we're overdrawing. You know that stand together looks pretty damn unnecessary right about now. Over here, Savant's wonderful. We're actually at 8, we're good. 4 of 12 Doom and evil cards. Test 5 fists, reduced by 1 damage each, so actually 2 fists, up 2 by default. If you fail, either take 2 damage or discard. Bandages or Hallowed Mirror, my choice. I mean, I'd like to pass, but I'm also just up 2. I'm just gonna take the test because I have lucky and I don't have to think about it. Oh, okay, so I was never passing. Now given the choice, do I want to take 2 damage? No, because that really kills the shit out of a bystander a little. Hallowed Mirror is probably not a very action efficient thing to do. I'm just gonna toss the Hallowed Mirror. And then over here, Unnatural Growth. Oh, hey dude, I knew you got that if I ignored you long enough. Congrats, you're getting all the attachments. Anyway, it's fine. We'll just replace him with a gun in a second. Now, it's completely valid to just like move 3 times and that's the whole turn, I think. When does this advance? Spend player's clues and choose an enemy at a connecting dark location. Move that enemy to your location. I'm sure there's a use for that, but I didn't even realize this was on the text. I don't think I'll be doing that. Those are for Gideon. Essentially, the reason not to just triple move actions is I really want to get to use this stuff this turn. I'm never using pickpocketing. Okay, let's make shit complicated. I spend 1 resource and I play Sleight of Hand. This guy fucking dies as I discard the thing he's attached to. Does he? Or, I mean, he's attached to an asset. The rules are very clear. Attachments to assets get discarded, so he dies. So like, since, goodbye, I've thrown you in the garbage. And now Sudden Mutation says, we discard until we get an enemy. And the way I find is easiest to do this is just to draw, oh, that was fast. We're currently at a night location. He's massive. Either way, he goes to our location. In this case, he is massive and, relatively easy to avoid and also like actually perfect. Holy shit. Just a guy with trivial fist to trip and then we get to the objective. Sign me up. Although I am a little bit worried that like we go in there and it summons a giant snake monster because like I know there's only 2 acts left and the last act has to be deal with the giant snake. There's no alternative. So maybe don't enter it this turn. I'm definitely gonna first action evade this guy though. Baseline up 3. I'm happy to just like throw quick thinking opportunities at this. Up 5, very likely to be up 2. Get it back, get my quick thinking action, get pickpocketing, cigarette case, Winnie, draw 2. draw 1, 2, 3 more, get 2 resources, take a second horror. Very funny. This guy's very, very tripped. No one's ever been more tripped in their life. It's so funny to trip a guy and draw 5 fucking cards. I mean, I could shoot him just for the hell of it, right? Like, I've got the dirty fighting. I get the bullets back. Sure, I shoot him. I commit a manual dex, putting me at 9-2. Is that really how low his fist is? Poor guy. I throw Opportunist then, because it's the way to trigger my ability. That's not nearly enough to stop me. I get 2 more cards. He's fucking dead. Technically, we have to spend the ammo, but it doesn't matter. It's coming back to hand. Okay, cool. So now, we're gonna try again on Theo, I think, right? We've got Opportunist, Savant, Quick Thinking. It's max 1, I can't use that one. Unexpected Courage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-4, right? We evaded, we dirty fight, same timing trigger, the Quick Thinking goes off. We're going to do the Theo Peters parlay. We discard 2 cards. We don't need the Bulldog, we don't need the Pilfer. I'll say it. Honestly, I imagine I need the easy marks even less. I don't think any of them are surviving the turn though. We're base 1-4, 2-4, 3-4, 5-4, 6 plus 3, 9-4. Please, for the love of God, my man. We are at a cave. -4, pass by 1. Both Opportunists die for my sins, but we're fucking done. We got him. Theo Peters is arguing with Helen already, and they are at the same location. In his notes, reconciled with Helen. We get a tick in his relationship, and I'm gonna drop another Theo up here to mark that we're getting more bonus experience. All right, we got through it. It took 3 fucking attempts. I think with anyone other than like Winifred or Amanda, we just would have had to give up that run, but we got him. I'm gonna take my Theo move action, and then I'm gonna take a normal move action into the unknown just to see what's over here. Honestly, I don't foresee myself doing a whole lot of failed evade tests, so I'm not really worried. That's very funny. That's another way to discard the guy. I mean, I'm fine with losing a cigarette case. I obviously don't want to. That'll be my second action as well as my Theo action. Do I just want to pick up some clues with the Thieves' Kit while I wait? I could just pilfer instead. I want to refill my hand a little. Yeah, sure. I pilfer for 4 resources. That should be up here. Manual dex and calculated risk. I'm gonna draw a card off Winni. That doesn't commit because we're past commit phase. Our base value is 6, 7, 8, 9. Fucking a million plus 4, 13. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I'm going to draw 2 off the manual decks. Hello, welcome back, weaknesses. And we'll sort out getting our shit online next turn. Had to lose a lot to get through Theo. Had to discard 2 and then it broke the Opportunist on the -4. But we're fine. All right, over here, I kind of want to put bandages in play and double move. Is that sensible? It seems eminently reasonable to me. I spent 2 resources. Desiccation currently in play. What did we draw? We drew an Amatia. And it looks like Desiccation. As additional cost, so it happens before bandages would enter play and this guy would take the damage, making me unable to heal him. I can't play the bandages then. That's annoying. Oh, playing Pilfer would have hurt me as well then. Don't care about that at all. Oh, it does deal me a direct horror though, probably. Pretty sure Hypochondria was already in at that point. Doesn't matter. Desiccation is not a huge deal. It also deals me another damage. Hypochondria wasn't in play at the start of the turn when I took that damage, because that would be for the initial sleight of hand ages ago. Just did not realize it was there. Need to get better about tracking that. There's something I've started doing at my table I'm gonna start doing here, where when we have things like this, we make a giant copy of them, put it on the board, and then put the card on top of it. And when it's not active, we discard the card and we put that to the side. I'm gonna start doing that again. Anyway, I really can't do shit. I should probably pick up the clues for my Pilfer. That's like the reason I played it. I definitely double move, and I don't want to go where Winni is, because if I go where Winni is, I'm gonna have to deal with that shit when I leave. And lacking the ability to really do anything else and not wanting to spawn the boss, I'm going to draw a card, which is more bandages. All right, that's it for us. Desiccation discards, upkeep, this guy hunts. And then because he's in a new location, oh, it's the symbol on top of him. There we go. He flips to his dark side, which is Hunter plus X health still. After he flips, deal 1 damage to everyone at his location, and no thank you. So he's still coming for us. He's just like more killable in this phase, more dangerous in this phase. We're not interested. We're leaving. And over here on Winnie's upkeep, watch this. Top of the round, 5 of 12 Doom, evil cards. This is nearest location, right? This one is no longer dark. It really doesn't seem like a problem right now. I'm waiting to figure out why this is terrible. Like, having slightly more dangerous enemies is not worth a test. And then for the next card, Psychotropic Spores is back. It's always Winnie that draws it somehow. Honestly, I'm completely fine to take a setup turn. Not really worried about this guy. Oh, this goes back in my hand though. Forgot to do that. It was a sleight of hand play. Right, I've been talking about like playing bandages. I was like, oh, I can do bandages, move in. And then I finally read the location. I have to spend clues to get in. So us being in different places is very, very bad. Is the only way out of this to discard an item? Well, I've only got the like 2. That's fine, I take the risk. I double move here because it's the only way for us to get together. And then I'll take the setup turn I was talking about to some limited degree. I play bandages because I'm so low on actions now. Actually, rather than playing the bandages, I think... No, it's fine. I'll play the bandages. And then over here, I'm going to take a direct horror to ping this. And then I'm going to double action Hypochondria just to get it off my board. This guy's going to hunt and flip back. Upkeep. Upkeep. Hand size is fine. 6 of 12 Doom and evil cards. Oh, welcome back. It's better on you for sure. Test 3 Fist. And I take 2 damage if I fail. I've got bandages in play. Hardly cared to begin with. This is a way to break Arrogance, down 1. Oh my god, it actually broke Arrogance. What are the penalties? Either take 2 damage or the nearest enemy hits me. The nearest enemy hits me for 1/1. Gideon's all horror soak. I'm going to take the 1 horror. I'm going to take the 1 damage on myself and then immediately heal it with a bandage. And that gives me an On the Mend. Discard this. I'm going to go first on Winifred. I enter the location, and then we spend all of our clues to flip it. After you discover one or more clues from Fungal Cave, heal 1 damage, group limit once per round. And force at the end of the round, each enemy at Fungal Cave heals 2 damage, victory 1. Additionally, we advance. I'm sure nothing bad happens. Unfortunately, something bad does happen. We spawn the Limulus Hybrid at the Fungal Cave. He has 3 + 6 health for a total of 9. You can live on top of your health token, by the way. I think it's funny. He cannot make opportunity attacks. He's elusive, massive. And after he flips this aside, deal 1 player's damage to it. He's currently in the light, but he shouldn't be. He should have spawned in the dark. So let's reread the card. He has 4 health, 5 fist, which is actually... Wait. He has more health in this form. Oh, I see. We're going to have a problem. I'm going to put this down to 0 because his max health is going to change when he moves rooms. And damage is going to be the same consistently. So I'm actually just going to have him own a token and count up for once. But just so that I know what the number is, to be dead on this form, he needs to take 11 damage. Hunter Massive Retaliate. After you successfully attack him with a melee card, take 1 damage. Neat. Victory 2, 2 health, 1 horror. Boy, howdy, did you ever come to the wrong place. That should be discard. Looks like I didn't mix it. Words are hard. Pilfer should have been discarded. Looks like I didn't miss a deck cycle, though. Now, I moved it as my first action. I should have revealed a symbol to see if it kills. We're good. We get to keep our cigarette cases. Not that I really think we need them, but nice. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do some 6 sleight of hand in front of this guy and show him a gun. That's not an action. That's the whole point of sleight of hand. And then I would like to trip. Base value 6 to 3. I'm going to commit On the Mend and Quick Thinking. That puts me 7, 8, 9 to 3. Beats the bag by 2. Seems pretty good. -1, I get the Quick Thinking action. I get my Winnie draw. I get 2 cigarette case draws. I get 2 pickpocketing draws. And I make $2. And the man is tripped. But we're not done. I dirty fight him and I shoot him with the gun. We're now at base fucking 7 to 4, I think. Up 3 already. Pretty good. I'm going to commit the other gun because I can't see myself needing this. And the easy mark to draw a card. And that puts me up 5, beating the bag. -3, he's shot. Quick Thinking is in my discard pile, even though I'm resolving it still, I think. The skill discards when the test ends, but I'm taking the quick thinking action now, and it should be in my discard pile now, going into the next cycle. But first, 2 damage. Then I think we're gonna shoot him again with our quick thinking action. And I'm going to commit, watch this, and unexpected courage. For 1, 2, 3, up 6. Welcome back, boys. I forgot to bet, so I'm gonna bet the minimum amount because you're required to bet something. And I'm going to draw a card and put a horror on somebody. Congratulations, Gideon. He takes 2 more damage. I would like to shoot him a 3rd time, I think. I'm going to commit easy mark and watch this again. That beats the bag because our numbers are just so high. 5 base, shooting with foot. Dirty fighting gives me to 7. So literally any 2 skills that can be committed beats the bag. I forgot to bet again. We're gonna take the minimum bet. 6 damage. Good job, Winifred. You tripped him, you shot him, you got your gun back. On Vince, I'm going to walk in. And we're going to see if I lose my Sparrow Mask. We don't. This guy has, like, fallen under the health card. That's not what I was originally gonna say. He's currently at 6 of 11. If I hit him, he goes to 8 of 11. And then I can kill him in the next swing. So let's just take our first swing here. We spend damage accuracy every time, bringing us from 4 to 5 to 8, beating the -4 by the bag for 2 damage. I heal damage and get an on the mend. Sick. It's actually helpful. He's up to 8 damage. And every time I change it, he clips through. And then the game lags out. Let's move this clue. Let's stop putting him on top of it because the game doesn't like it. Double check. 5 plus 6 is in fact 11. I've counted his health right. He has 3 health left. I'm gonna spend all the remaining charges on my axe. I feel like Winifred can kill several guys right now. I'm gonna spend them. He has 3 health. I need damage on 2 of them. So 3 of these go into elders, and then I script weave damage twice, accuracy once. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have lucky to beat the -4. Provided I don't auto fail, he dies and I get 3 clues. Thanks, Chief. I'll take 3 clues and I'll put the boss in the dumpster where he belongs. Get out of here, Limulus Hybrid. No one's impressed by you. Light side, fuck off. That's not happening. All right, I was a lot more worried about the boss than I needed to be, it seems. Unfortunately, we will not be drawing any cards this turn. The Psychotropic doesn't... Unfortunately, Psychotropic will still trigger when I go into upkeep phase and I take an Erect Horror. At which point it becomes self-destructive right after I kill the boss. Pretty funny. That self-destructive has been surprisingly unimpactful. I definitely don't need this Thieves Kit. Real quick though, Hunter phase, this guy hunts. Still trailing behind, not really a problem. What's our objective? Oh. Fuck. Wait. No, I wanted one more clue. Wait. Shit. I have to sandbag for a round to get one more clue to get the victory. And I'm gonna do something I've never done on video before because I'm usually like fast and tight with the rules. I'm just gonna end this scenario. This is something that's fine to do in D&D, where like you have a combat encounter and the players have just won. They're at no risk. There's no reason to force out the rote repetition of you just murder the guys. Sometimes like you hand wave it, like, yeah, these goons stand no chance, so you quickly dispatch them. Unfortunately, the thing I have to do is to wind back a turn, play through a Mythos phase. Wow, there's a guy here, he doesn't do anything. Wow, I can't move, that's really unfortunate. And then we kill him this turn, right? I'm not gonna force myself to play it out. We get the clue, we kill the guy. I didn't realize that the objective was just kill the thing, because I'm stupid. I was so hyped about how effectively we were killing it. I was like, oh my god, Winifred didn't miss. The first attack didn't miss. I can kill it this turn and get 3 Oh wait, that's actually not all the clues in the active. It's fine. Poor Snake. This is definitely a really weird high roll. Obviously I didn't see that many auto fails when he got messed up a little bit at the start, but 6 Doom early on 2 players on a big map, like the Caverns deck, just how many locations have I not been to, right? The initial Caverns deck has 9 cards. I didn't go to 6 of them. That's wild. That's just like a high roll on locations. Very strong performances out of Winifred. Vince is fine. Like, I don't look at Vince and thinks he's doing terribly. He's definitely like a good investigator, but like the scenarios aren't giving him really great chances to shine. And then like I have him next to this fucking Winifred deck. Anyway, let's get to resolution. R1. R1, they did in fact reconcile. R2, we get 2 bonus experience. Just get all the experience from these Theos. and record the Peters family was reunited. Go to resolution 4, and in resolution 4, Gideon is searching for clues, and we do have 4 clues. Well, there were 4 clues here. I'm guessing that it's still on the location or something, or I tossed it to the side. But the whole point is, like, we sandbag, we get the 4 clues from that location. We 100% should have 4 clues. It's just because I've called the scenario after realizing how over it was. We increase Gideon's relationship level, and we earn 1 bonus experience. Get in there, Gideon. Congratulations. He found his treasure. Congrats, my guy. Then we earn and spend a victory X, and we mark off the shoreline. And all of these people are a bonus experience from various storyline resolutions of the Prelude. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the Prelude, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the scenario. So 9, 10, 11, fucking 12. It's like finishing In Too Deep. Not In Too Deep, the one after it. Like, it's like finishing the Kraken scenario in Dunwich when you finish day 1 and you get all the experience from the day 1 scenario and the Prelude, and your deck just is suddenly drowning in experience. 12, huh? I was worried I was forgetting about Wounded Bystander, but looking at the fact that I haven't taken any damage, I think I probably wasn't. I do want to take a second at the end of this video to say that, like, I'm annoyed by the polish issues in Hemlock, obviously. I think this guy's really funny. Where's he at? I think the Cavern Moss is really funny. I think all the questions he raises are really interesting and funny questions, but, like, I do really wish that he had clearer rules. I really wish that stuff like this tarot was more clear from a gameplay perspective. That does irk me a little bit. But on the whole, the lack of polish in Hemlock Vale is not game-breaking for me. It's just like one of the main things I remember about the campaign is constantly seeing things and wondering if they were balanced, if puzzles were solvable, how effects worked exactly. Like, one of my overwhelming impressions of Hemlock is, like, it felt like a new team getting their feet out from under them, and, like, not in an entirely flattering way. I do like Hemlock. I've been having a good time with the scenarios I'm playing, and I actually really enjoyed Lost Sister just now. I don't think this is like a super soft scenario. I think Winnie just steamrolled it because she started with a cigarette case double pickpocketing and play and just went straight to the moon. You shouldn't be able to do that. And the thing I'm making to skip the preludes, it's partly that prelude story text is like just story text. I can just read the story text and skip through it. But the other reason is, like, you should not start with pickpocketing cigarette case and play. It's insane. I will also remind you, 2 easy marks are played immediately after. Winnie popping off and hard carrying the scenario was an expected result when you see how she started the scenario, right? So, like, while I complain about polish, it's more that I'm pointing out all the little things that irk me, and I'm trying to explain why I feel that the campaign is unpolished. I really enjoyed this scenario, even though I genuinely don't know what Cavern Moss is supposed to do in a lot of situations. I really enjoyed this scenario. I think the night-day cave cycle is actually really cool. The fact that the night version of the scenario probably just loses the main mechanic doesn't seem like it would matter, because the night versions are the illusion of choice anyway. You're not supposed to come here at night. I really like the boss. I like that there is theoretically a choice, like, oh shit, Retaliate's really scary. Do we want to drag him into the light where he doesn't have Retaliate? And there's an act card available to do that. I like that teams that can't just steamroll through the chonky version have alternatives. Oh, also, Leo should have been taking damages when he was hitting him, but that's fine because you take the damage, you bandage to heal it. You take the, oh wait, that's the other form, isn't it? Oh no, it's the bad form, yeah. But again, it's fine. I only hit him twice. I can just heal the Wounded Bystander. It's not an issue. My memory of playing this the first time is that it was much longer and much more difficult, but I do really like this scenario. So far, it's been the one I've had the most fun with out of Hemlock Vale, and I'm hoping that the scenarios keep it up. In the past, my team's always really struggled with the second evening, and I feel like it's because we're dipshits and we're, like, not paying enough attention when we're all hanging out together. I feel like the second night is actually a really good scenario that's not been getting enough credit at our table, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again. That'll be for tomorrow, though. For now, I'm done. Thank you for watching. I hope you've been enjoying watching me play Hemlock. I hope, like, me being critical and dour sometimes is not taking away from the fact that it is, on the whole, like, still Arkham. It's still fun. I don't even think this is close to the worst expansion. I just don't think nearly as highly of it as a lot of other people do. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. And a massive thank you to the people who support me both on Patreon and on YouTube. I'll see all of you in the next one.